when you look at what's happening in the world today, and the song seems to reference and reflect in its spirit a lot of the challenges that we're facing. I mean, would you say that we, as the human race,
we've failed?
Are we slipping backwards, or are we finally showing our true colors?
We failed when we were invented. When nature invented the human beings, it's just like something, I think they missed the part. Because we've been at each other's throats ever since we were made. And as if that was not bad enough, we also messed up the soil, the air, the oceans, the rivers. We've even messed up sex, actually, come to think of it. Because now you take a risk.
Yes.
But this song really was inspired, I think, by what I learned when I lived in the States, especially from Harry Belafonte has an album he made called Swing That Hammer. And it's different. It's like road gang songs, it's plantation songs. And it's just songs about how Africans were beaten up in the States during different years, in jails and plantations and everywhere. And as a student, I worked in his publishing company as a transcriber of songs that had been taped in all these jails and, and worked road gangs. And I got a very heavy sort of like inspiration about how sad the lives of Africans have been for the last 500 years since they were brought from Africa to the whole world, and that the attitude towards us hasn't changed, and that's why I said I've been working in your house 500 years. You never gave an Aboriginal a chance. It means anywhere in the world, and it's still like that. And like the haulers of the yes, Lord, and all that is, the field workers would always said. But it's basically, I think, a real American African song because the percussion is there, and then the blues is there. Kunle Ayo is playing the blues, and like Tukumba, Tom Diani spent 12 days alone with his records. He wanted to do the tracks, so him and Kunle did the tracks alone. But it's just that it has the overall kind of, tried to give it an overall African base, and then of course it goes to different countries.
Has your songwriting process changed? I mean, how has it evolved over the years?
I've never had a process. I don't know where the songs come from, but when they do come, I'm very grateful, but they come finished, more or less. The thought, like this song, I sat there and I just thought about chain gangs and plantations, and I said to Kunle, the great thing about this album was doing it with a musician who's also an engineer and an IT specialist, so it was difficult, but he understood it. I don't think I could have done it with a non-musician, but it's people ask me, what do I think? How do I write a song? I said, maybe I think about something and I hope it comes. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. For the last 5 years, I've been flat. And then when we started with this song, with this album 2 years ago, I said to Kunle, I was in Portugal and there was this all 24-hour day African music station, but it was mostly from the Portuguese areas, and it was all the songs were so calm and cool, but yet very powerful. And I said, I want to try and get that kind of mood. And we started with one love song called All Right, and then it seemed like it opened up, and then all these different songs came,